Hey!
Whoa, what are you doing? Chris, what are you doing?
Get out the way! JPBM coming through. Me and my crew. Oh, shit, we're recording.
You just hit record. What's the meaning of this?
This right here is my spear.
Video.
Alright, so
We're going right next to the... I thought we were going to take a break.
there's no breaks.
Oh.
JPBM goes hard.
All right. We are hard as the motherfucking paint, Jap. Delete that.
What the fuck you thinking, Jap?
All right, you said it too. So if I go down, you go down too.
I'll just say it was you both. He says the N word. He says the J word. He's all over the place.
That's a song intro. He says the N word. He
No.
says the J word.
Oop.
Get 50 Cent on that.
Does he make music?
I don't know what he's been doing lately.
I think him and Snoop Dogg and DMX just put out a song.
Recently?
It's like Snoop and then DMX and then 50 Cent and then DMX and then Charles Barkley? The Game? And then DMX?
Your lips, your smile. I like the way you talk to me, baby. You know Ja Rule?
Actually, I don't think I've listened to Ja Rule.
Well, it's that song after we record. I don't know why you hit the button, but let's go into it.
There was... Okay. Okay, so we're all Gaijin here.
Okay. We ain't trying to get around here.
Has the word Gaijin made its way into English, the English lexicon yet? Like, because people know, well, not normal people, but some people know kawaii or some random Japanese words.
Here's a question. I don't think so, but here's a question. I remember doing my research. Okay, so like in South America, gringo means anyone that's not Hispanic or Mexican, right?
All right.
But people like being called a gringo. Like, yeah, I'm that gringo. Like, hey, gringo. In Japan,
Okay.
Gaijin means anyone that's not Japanese, but people get offended by Gaijin. Or they take it as a term of, like, how dare they?
But I don't know what gringo, the etymology, I don't know where it originates. It might not be bad, but Gaijin has never been good. And here's the weird thing. Anytime you ask a Japanese person, you're like, is Gaijin a bad word? They're always like, I don't know. And then they're like, yeah, it is. And then they're like, but I don't know, maybe it's okay. I think they think like, oh shit, I say that an awful lot. So maybe.
So, like, I'm going to stay on this gringo thing just for a little bit. So, it's like, Hispanic person. Is it also like a...
So gringo literally means non-Hispanic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll come back to that later.
You gonna remember it?
Yeah, I'll remember it. Okay, keep going.
That's all I had. Gaijin.
So we're talking about what it means to really be a gaijin in Japan.
But like, almost not even from our perspective. I almost want to think like, what do Japanese people even think of foreigners? Because we all do basically the same jobs, and apparently,
we have to find a really honest Japanese. I could call one of my two friends. 4 years, two friends. Let's do the math. But and just like, I wonder if I could just like call a Japanese guy and say, "Yo, just be 100% serious, man. Like no one's gonna persecute you. What's going on?"
That's what I always want to say. Like,
just come on, man.
I
just
I just want to know this information. Like, I'm not gonna judge anybody, I'll judge it behind your back.
You know when you're not looking, I'm gonna say that motherfucker.
Or I'll tell my dad like, oh yeah, they told me about it. He'll be like, oh wow. But yeah, I don't know what, because
this is the confusion of a foreigner living in Japan.
Because in America, if you're like, hey, I'm from this country, someone will go, hey, I fucking hate people from this country. But here it's like, they're so wishy-washy where it's like, sometimes you're like, oh no, people are really cool to foreigners. And then you're like, actually, that might not be true. And it just goes back and forth.
Crazy.
Like, apparently at my work, there's some, like, half Japanese people.
Oh.
And so, who are from America or wherever.
Oh. So they're full Japanese, just not born in Japan?
No, they're half. Like,
half. They're half white, half black, half other Asian.
Mom's Japanese. Dad's not.
I know there was like a comedian that said that too. He was like, "So, oh, you're half Japanese. Let me guess what? Not like just like the half Asian.
Yeah.
Which one's the Asian part? Oh, your mom. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. What comedian said that? Ah, shit.
But like, they can. They're not fluent in Japanese, but they've heard it enough over their life to understand enough more than us. And every once in a while you hear like, this is what they're saying about us. They think I don't know, but I'm listening.
Oh.
I'm listening to their meetings, not like their clan meetings, like like business meetings. And apparently recently they've been like, yeah, we're trying to get more students at these schools, but these Gaijin are fucking messing it up for us. And it's like,
oh, you mean the people that your whole business is built
based
around?
Right.
I'm sorry, your whole business is based around these people and they're fucking it up.
Yeah, where it's like, does no responsibility lie on the people who run the business who aren't us?
That's like a football manager going, oh no, everything's going good except for these fucking football players. Like, you mean the people that run your shits?
Yeah, I don't know, I guess the team owner is just like, I'm only making all this money, but I want all this money. And you're like, they're trying their best, dude. But yeah, it's just like, it's just funny that they can overhear them and be like, they do not say nice things about us.
I remember when I was working in Kamakura, there was another African guy. He's been in Japan for years, so he knows Japanese. But can't read it, but can listen and speak it.
Okay.
Which is, I always think is very cool and interesting for my personal study. Like, that's possible. Because a lot of people, they're like, you need to know kanji and all this, but I mean, I still want to know kanji, but it's like, this guy, but he can speak Japanese better than anyone I know. But let's go back to the point.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like, yeah, like one day before they even knew I could understand Japanese, they were just talking shit.
About you or just in general?
I mean, this was before I came, just in general about foreigners and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's go back to our, because we jumped in this. Let's go back to the main topic. So what's our main topic today?
Oh, just what does being a gaijin even mean, really?
What does it mean?
Not the fucking meaning of the word. Come on, people.
Wait, stop. What does it mean? We're flowing. I don't want to stop anything, but I'm not sure if my volume is up. What does it mean? I don't want to stop it, though. Let's just keep going. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I went up.
All right. Well, you had to shove it down my throat.
Can you do a DMX? Yeah, you're fine.
I guess. All right, let's go ahead.
I can always go back and...
Well, can you check it while we're recording? And I can just start talking while you check it.
Oh.
Is that possible? Yeah.
You're still running the business.
Hey! I'm not hitting no red, though, man. But 2.5 meters. Come on, yeah. Give it to me. Yeah!
No. And maxes out and just fucking blows the speakers out.
What if, like, when I said that, the speaker...
Some smoke coming out of this.
That looked like a vape from a hookah or some shit. Okay, all right, back. So what does it mean to be a gaijin?
I don't know.
Do you have any theories or thoughts that you would like to share? Experiences?
I think you know what I think.
I mean, yeah, but the people don't know. The people don't know.
It's an...
How do we start this topic?
This is annoying, where it's like... It seems like almost every other country, the people coming there, the people who live there want the people who are coming there to assimilate. But it seems like Japan's, but I might be wrong. I haven't been to all the countries. But it seems like they're still just like, they just want to be their own entity, and you are separate, but you just happen to live here. It's like I tried so hard to assimilate, and it's just like I get shot down at every turn. I can't like. I think of all like, oh the Americans wanted the Native Americans to assimilate, and they gave them Christian names, and you're like, can I get a Japanese name? And like, no, fuck you, you're Chris. Shut up.
I can't be. Shit, no Japanese name starts with what? Kun?
Kente?
Kunta Kente?
But I think people born here are also, and people who are born here who are maybe half or like, I don't know, let's say what's the fucking country? Brazilian. I don't know. You're born here, but you're Brazilian. I think they give them a lot of leeway.
I had a student. She was Japanese, but she lived in Brazil for maybe a few good years.
Yeah.
She knew English because she was a nice little girl. She was young.
Okay. Oh, that's it?
I guess so.
Oh. This is a really hard topic to even talk about, really.
I think we need to organize it more. Like,
it's almost all speculation.
I think we have to write our thoughts down for this one. I actually think so.
Go look at my notes.
Not because this is a topic that we could talk about so many times that I think we actually have to focus on one specific part of this topic. So I actually think we might have to sit down and write something down. Give us 1 second.
Chotomate kudasai. See, I fucking speak Japanese. Why am I getting shit? All right, we're back.
Hey guys, we had a little discussion.
I made Brandon laugh.
We had to figure some things out. Okay.
All right, this is
this topic can stretch time and space, so we have to break it up.
All right, we've already talked a lot about working in Japan, but we're doing it now as like, I don't know, I guess what your role is.
Slow your roll and shut your mouth. Remember that from The Rock from the WWE days? Was the WWF, but then Peter was like, we're taking this. How the fuck did they do that?
Yeah, it was the World Wildlife Foundation. They're like, can we just have 2 WWFs? No one's
change it.
No one's really confused.
Are you guys rock bottoming pandas? Putting pandas in the suplex? All right.
Sting.
But those fucking Gaijin.
All right, we'll have to take another break. All right.
So what if like we just keep pausing and then coming back? All right.
But I accidentally pause it when we're just talking, and then I hit play when we're actually trying to record. Okay, let's just start off an easy one.
Okay.
So I've only worked at 2 different places. You've worked at what, 4 or 5? 500.
I better run the block. Like, I would say if you
you're like the town. You're like the town hooker.
If you have any
right.
deep, we'll get into it. Go ahead.
I was rubbing my eyes.
Oh.
Damn, we really need to start this over. Okay, so at least at every place I've worked, they're like, you are never allowed to speak Japanese in front of the children. And I'm like, why?
My Spanish teacher in middle school spoke English all the time.
And she should be fired and sent back home.
She explained the class in English, and she would just talk to us in Spanish sometimes.
That's how we learn Japanese. You need the information given to you in a language you understand before you can comprehend it.
Yes.
So I don't understand that rule, and I don't know
that rule only works if you're 2 to 3 years old, so you'll absorb it.
Yeah.
But after that age,
yeah,
you get so used to one language that you can understand explanations.
Yeah.
And you're full. And hey, look, they pay us for it, so hey, I'm gonna take that money, but
yeah. But it's like even the Japanese teachers try to speak sometimes 100% English, and the kids are like, I don't know what you're saying. And they even say wakaranai, and they're like, I'll just keep speaking English. But it's like, I don't know where that idea comes from, because when I learned German in high school, teacher spoke English, and then we learned the words. When I learned Japanese in college, teacher spoke English, and then we learned the words. So I don't know where this concept comes from.
Chris, Japanese is so hard. And only a native-born person living in Japanese can ever speak it.
But I know a lot of people. No.
But yeah, other countries, they don't have that stick up their ass. Like Spanish is like, hey, Holmes, you don't. They're like, you don't speak Spanish. German's like, you don't speak German.
Yeah, they want you to try it.
Other countries like, you don't speak our language. Japan's like, you don't speak our. Oh, it's okay. Only speak this.
Yeah, and with like the. Here's the English menu. I didn't ask.
This is also a thing where like a lot of the news shit I find, it's only like the more you know, the more you know.
Okay.
So like, all right, so the more Japanese that you know, the more about Japan that you know. They're like, oh shit, if he actually knows Japanese, then he knows that we might be full of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. To explain this a little more, tell them about your Olympics theory. What were they closing down for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics? To hide something.
Okay. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It sounds like I'm giving you a riddle. What?
Where did we get Spat Mountain?
What was the 2020 Tokyo Olympics trying to hide?
So... You talk about Kabukicho, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So in the Olympics, they were like, all right, let's get in there and let's clean up Kabukicho. Kabukicho is the hostess prostitution area. Oh, they're hostesses, they're not prostitutes. I work there, motherfucker. They're prostitutes.
On the low?
On the low. And there is just pure prostitution in there, too.
Yeah, okay.
They didn't give a shit about this place. Until
the government didn't.
Yeah, until it's like, oh, people might come and see this. Which is, I actually want to see how that unfolds, because it can be so like, no, God, it'll be an interesting place to see.
It is. That's another weird thing. A lot of these, basically a brothel, whorehouse.
Yeah. They
have big ass signs that say no gaijin, and it's like, that's free money.
That is some nerve to think that a prostitute would say no.
Yeah, I know.
Just think of the nerve. Just really step back and just think about that for a minute. Like, a girl that sells her pussy. You know how high esteemed girls put their pussies.
Yeah.
Has the nerve to say, nah.
Not interested.
Just really let that sink in. Like, think about a prostitute walking in your neighborhood, fucking every guy for 5 cents, and she looks at you and go, nah.
Not you.
Like, what?
And it's weird because, like, I want to just give them, like, a picture of
money and fuck them. Okay.
A picture of, like, Thailand and be like, I can fuck as many as I want for $10. Why are you giving me shit?
with the girlfriend experience. I've never been, but I just heard of it.
Yeah, where it's like they'll take you around. You don't have to worry about getting mugged. You don't have to worry about whatever.
They make you feel like you're not paying for pussy.
And then you buy them a TV or something. Like, yeah, okay, I'm helping someone out.
Yeah. But yeah, even in remember the G20 summit thing in Osaka?
In Osaka, right?
They closed down the prostitution place Tobicha Shinchi. Mm-hmm. Now my theory was like, I wonder if those girls are selling pussy to the big diplomats. Mm. Maybe, maybe not. But with the Kabuki-cho thing, it's like, also there was a thing where like, okay, we're gonna remove all those porn mags out of the kobinis.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up.
It's like just be. Why are you trying to hide all this shit?
This is who you are.
This is who you are.
But okay, so for the Olympics, it was like, but this made the news. So it's like you're not tricking anyone if everyone knows you're doing it. It was like 7-Eleven is getting rid of their porn magazines during the Olympics. Why?
Or you think a foreigner's gonna come in, get it, and read all the kanji and be like, I know where to find the pussy. I gotta focus on my Olympic sport, but I also know where to find the pussy.
But that's one of those things where it's like, I don't understand what they're trying to accomplish with that. Because if you didn't do it, then you're probably gonna sell more magazines if you got, I don't know, 1,000 more people in your.
Asia cares about the image, man. It's the image of things.
Is that why they don't like us so much? They disrupt the image.
They're disrupting the image.
But here's the thing. Japanese young people, at least, I feel like really want to be Americans.
Go on.
Like, if you just look at people, how they dress, like, just... God, why is he doing this to me?
Now listen to nigga, go on.
Okay. Like, and if you talk to people enough, they're like, I don't like this whole, I have to work for so much time, but I don't really need to be doing all this. I don't want to have to always use Keigo. I wish I could be more open.
Japanese culture is rough. It's rough. It's rough for Japanese people.
Right.
Imagine coming from abroad.
Right. So it's like, I get the feeling, especially now that you can see any movie, TV show, you can watch anything online. I think a lot of young people are like, I kind of want this less stressful life.
Pause it. I think that Christopher... No, not pause it. No, not literally pause it. I think that new Christopher Nolan movie, Tenet, I don't know if it's out in Japan yet, but I want to see it.
Is it out anywhere?
He opened up in the American theaters, which is craziness. We'll talk about that later. Go on. So they're looking at American society and more of a...
But it's like, I wonder if that kind of scares the upper echelon of Japan, where they're like, we can't have them know too much about the outside world. Like,
but the counter to that, I know some young Japanese people that are just waiting for their chance to enter and be exactly like the older Japanese people.
Yeah.
Like I know so many that's like I'll meet like a 20-year-old and he's like, I'm like, oh, okay, you're 20, you're doing this, you want to change, but it's like, oh no, he's just waiting for his chance.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna follow the exact same structure.
And that's another thing with...
That's just how politics and government work. He's like, oh shit, no, oh no, he's not changing shit. He likes the status quo.
Yeah.
Status quo.
But that's another thing with like the work culture, where it's like a lot of people you work with, you think have your back, but they really just want to work their way up that company ladder. So you're
ain't no one got your back.
You're the lowest rung on their ladder. Like,
how about socially? What's your role as a worker socially? You hear that asshole talking shit? What's your role socially as a worker?
Your role socially is...
Or as a citizen.
Let's talk about working.
Damn it, man. There's so much
to
stuff.
Your role socially is they parade you out in front of the store and they go, "Look at what we got." That's another annoying thing, though. Like,
so
hold on.
Oh,
Okay. Like, so due to this Corona thing, all these companies are kind of freaking out. And they're like, "We need more money." You're like, "All right." So they're like, "We need to do all this extra stuff," and by we, I mean the Gaijin teachers need to make us more money. And you're like, what percentage of this falls on your end? Because, like, I'm hired just to teach English, but then I got to do all this shit to make up for your losses.
Are they even really losses? I don't
think
so.
so.
I haven't seen any school that's really.
They're not hurting because these moms were like, 1 month with my child. Take them, please. And they don't offer you any incentive other than, like, you're already working for us to do all this extra work.
Oh shit!
And here's another part of that. Here's another part about that. They're losing foreigners because Japan's not letting people back in,
and people are
going home. So
it's like Japan's not letting people in, and people are leaving because they want to be with their family during this time. But they're still acting like you guys have a basket full of Gaijin.
Is that a Mary Poppins song?
I got a basket of Gaijin.
So it's just like, I never really know what they expect out of us. I guess it's just to do whatever they say at the time.
So, kind of not piggyback, but on that level, I want to ask a question. Like,
all right.
So the people that are signing up for these lessons, the moms, the adults, everyone, when they say, "Ooh, a foreigner," so I actually need to write this out, man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll piggyback off that half a statement that you just provided the listeners.
Okay.
A lot of people sign up or sign their kids up for English, and then we're expected to talk to them in a language, the parents, in English, which they don't understand. And even if you speak Japanese, a lot of times, at least with the moms, they'll just kind of stare at you. They don't, like, respond. And you're like, I'll like look around like, I'm in a conversation, right? Like, you're just not going to respond. But I also wonder if that's just kind of like a social anxiety kind of thing. Like, but then you see them talk to the Japanese and they're like, blah, 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 blah. Here's my thing. The dads are always, not always, but usually more friendly.
And the dads are pretty chill.
And then you see their wives and you're like, why are you so cold? And your husband's just a nice guy.
They keep that pimp hand strong on the bitches. Bitch.
But yeah, it's
I
like,
need to see with that goddamn host. On my motherfucking dime.
But so you've been through a lot of different jobs. Have they all treated you the same, basically?
Oh, god damn.
Or has it been all over the place?
Chris. Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah.
I would say basically overall the same. That's why I want to say, like, if you come to Japan, you get a full-time job with benefits and good money, and you're like, maybe this job will be easier, and don't do it. Just stay at your gig. Like,
Okay.
just don't move. Like, if you're making over what, like 25, what's the minimum? Like 25
for a Kaiwa.
Yeah,
24 maybe.
Yeah, if you're making over that with pension and you're like, maybe I should go somewhere else. Don't do it.
Just stick with one place.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about that. I was thinking about, like, opening up, like, not even a consulting, not a firm, but just like a consulting site. Because I've been through a lot of shit through Japan. And I've been around the block. And I can give advice where some people can't. Or, like, I've heard good advice from people, but sometimes you know when you like, I'm gonna use the word Gaijin. You know when you get those foreigners where it's like they'll be saying some real shit, but they're kind of also kind of weird. I like they're actually saying they're saying stuff that's real.
Yeah.
But they're so kind of out there that you don't know if is it just you?
Yeah.
Your craziness, or is it just the way it is?
Yeah.
But it's like, oh shit, he was right. But he also looks and sounds crazy. But he was right.
But isn't that a Patrice thing where he was saying about certain people who give information, they're like, that people don't necessarily believe, and like, he might be shoving marbles up his ass. But what he's saying is irrelevant to that. What he's saying is correct.
Right.
He just happens to also shove marbles up his ass.
That's the thing you'll find with a lot of foreigners.
Yeah. And but do we talk about that already? Only weird people come here. Yeah. I mean, and Japan, but Japan also wonders why these weirdos come here. Like, why don't they get any normal people? I mean, that's what
y'all fucking advertise.
Yeah. Would you say like probably 75-25?
I would say, yeah, probably about that.
Because there's a lot of just...
And then 25 go, after 1 year, like, I'm out of here. We're the crazy ones that decide we will stick it through.
That's another thing I don't understand about Japan. A lot of people leave before 1 year, and it's like, does nobody get the connection here? Like...
Most normal people will be like, nah, I'm out of here. And the crazy ones are the ones that were like, oh, I can make it.
Yeah.
We'll stay past the year. And then
we get about us.
Yeah, kind of. Well, we're not that crazy, but we're crazy.
Have to be pretty crazy to start a podcast that nobody listens to.
Yeah, you gotta be a little, like they say, you gotta be a little crazy to hang it through.
Yeah, but
we're crazy, but we're not weird.
Yeah, I'm a little weird.
I'm a little weird too, but
in a good way.
Some of these people take weirdness to the next level. You'd be like, God damn, man.
Yeah.
You give weird people a bad name.
You give us a bad name. But it's like if all these people... And here's the thing. These companies know they lose people every year. Like, they do like a 1 year contract and leave.
Yeah.
And get a better job. But they refuse to change.
There's an empty bat. There is an unlimited people that... Japan has that pull to it. I'll give it to that. Japan has that pull that makes people go, I gotta see what's going on over there.
Yeah, but I guess, but they must know people leave within the year, so it's like, but I guess they maybe getting more people than leave. I don't know. But it seems like they don't.
I really wonder what's happening with the market right now, because it's like, I've been doing a lot of interviews, as you know, so it's like, I'm like, I wonder what's really like. Because there's some companies are obviously playing the game like, okay, we'll message you later. Yeah. But it's like, who you got? Like people can't come to Japan right now.
Like, no, they can't.
They can't. People are leaving, so it's like, who do you got? Like,
yeah.
Are you guys just playing the game here? Or?
But I guess it's like the mindset is still there.
Possibly, yeah.
And I don't know, in 4 years they'll be like, we don't have anybody. So what?
I don't know.
How would you even describe our role? We always talk about like basically either a CD player, like if you're at a junior high school or something, you're just mouthing the words. Nobody cares what you say. Either a CD player or a clown. And here's the thing. A lot of
is our role to make Japanese people comfortable with disrespecting foreigners.
Dun dun dun.
No, really think about that. Like, it's our role to make Japanese people like, fuck this dumbass foreigner. Because all their media is like, if they just watch media, they're like, oh shit, foreigners. Damn, they're always the cool guy or the superhero. But when they get the teachers, like, disrespect this motherfucker. Is that it sounds? Is that our role to be like, you don't have to respect them?
And here's the thing. I don't know if it's just my school.
Listen to them. They're not going to do anything.
But it's just such blatant disrespect, and it's nonstop. Like, Like, just like you'll be teaching for 2 minutes and then, hey, I'm going to barge in here. You need to stop teaching. Everybody look at me. I'm Japanese. All right. Blah, 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 blah. And you're like, you had a full class to tell them this. Why are you interrupting my class to say nothing, really? And it's just like, do I leave the classroom and just get a smoke break in? Do I just sit down and, like, look at my watch like, are you done yet, bitch? And then it's like, then they expect you to discipline the kids when they act up. And it's like, the kids know that I don't hold any power.
They know. Kids are really smart, man. They know this. They know the situation.
They see you. They see that the adults don't respect you. But then the adults expect the kids to listen to you at all?
Alright. That's JPBM.
Go to our Patreon, give us money.
Go to our Patreon, give us money.
Please, we need to get out of the system. Please.
It's only $5.
It's only $500.
Hey, look. The more money you give us, the more deeper and real shit we can tell you. You know what I'm saying? We right now we worry about our jobs. We gotta pay rent. We gotta pay rent. You help us pay that rent. It's not your problem, but you help us pay that rent. You can get some real material, man. We'll give you company names. We'll give you We'll give you a name. We'll name drop. We can't name drop right now because just on the off chance that a Japanese person wants to listen to a 40-minute American podcast.
I will study up on my English by listening to the podcast.
We can't fuck ourselves like that. But
I also wondered
if you give us more money, hey, we can say, hey, fuck it.
I also wonder if, like, do these companies, like, send Gaijin information to each other? Like, we're like, this motherfucker was giving me shit. Don't hire him. Fuck him.
Yeah.
But,
possibly.
But then again, like, there's no communication in Japan between cities or anything. Well.
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye.